Hello everyone, my name is Jitendra Sareen and I welcome you all on the behalf of Team Drishti. This year again we are coming with quick revision course for your CSAT exam, that is for CSAT 2023, right, especially for that is GS paper 2, right, and this course will be totally live course online and that is for the students of English medium. Right now let me discuss with you some of the key features of this particular course, right. So first of all, we are going to start this course on 20th of February this year 2023. So commencement of the course is what? On the date 20th February 2023, right. So this is the commencement date 20th February, right, and then the course duration, another important thing, right, course duration, right. So total course for CSAT, in which we will be discussing part of quantitative aptitude, reasoning and comprehension. This total course we are going to give you in the compact package of 30 classes approximately, 30 classes approximately, right. In 30 classes overall we will be completing this course. So it's a short duration, and in this short duration, right, you will feel that your accuracy is increased, right, and the chances of your clearing the UPSC CSAT paper, right, will increase also, right. Then after course duration, course validity. So this course would be available with you for next 1 year, right, and with unlimited number of times you can watch the videos, right, and revise the things. Okay, so total I can say this is unlimited time, unlimited view time up to 1 year, right. Okay, then after that, once you complete the course, you will be given 5 mock tests also on CSAT, right. So next important thing is what? You will be getting 5 mock test of CSAT, right, on completion of those 30 classes, right. So that you will be getting, right. Now in this different parts, reasoning there would be some classes, in comprehension there would be some classes, right, and as far as quantitative aptitude classes, right. So quantitative aptitude classes will be covered in 14 classes, 14 classes of quantitative aptitude, right, quantitative aptitude. So I'll be discussing with you primarily quantitative aptitude. All the topics I will cover with you in quantitative aptitude, right. So these are 3-4 things which are important, and definitely believe me that once you complete all the 30 classes you will feel yourself confident, right, and I suppose that if you do all the classes sincerely, then you would be able to crack 2023 GS paper 2 easily, right. And particularly we have to qualify. So as far as qualifying is there, so with I can say with utmost efficiency you can qualify that particular paper, right. Now after that, since these are 14 classes of quantitative aptitude which I will be discussing with you, now let's see what are the things I will discuss with you in those 14 classes. So let's move to that quantitative aptitude, right. So as such there are certain topics, right, primarily till class 10th. Okay, those topics if I enlist, so first of all, one topic is number system, right? In number system, we'll be discussing some topics like classification of the numbers and questions based on basic numeracy, also basic numeracy, right? Questions based on basic numeracy, LCM, SCF, question based on, every year you can see you will get one question based on LCM and SCF in CSAT, right? And then based on divisibility rules, then certain other things. So in number system overall, in last 3-4 years, right, you can see that we get approximately 6 to 7 questions, right, from number system only. In quantitative aptitude, if we talk about, so out of overall 80 questions, generally we get number of questions 35-36 questions are from QA section, right? Out of those, near about 6-7 questions are based on basic numeracy or number system, right? After number system, we will be discussing certain other topics in arithmetic, likewise percentage, right? Then profit, loss and discount, profit, loss, discount, right? Then we'll be discussing ratios, proportion, right? Then there are certain questions which are based on other topics, like questions based on ages, questions based on partnership, right? And after that, certain questions which are based on mixtures and solutions, mixtures and solutions, right? So mixture and solution will be discussing primarily the weighted average, right? And after that, you must have heard one more method of solving the question, that is alligation. So all those things will be discussing in this, right? Then normal averages also, normal averages also. Then after that, next topic will be what? Time and work, time and work, right? Then in the same sequence, we can see time is speed, time is speed and distance, time is speed and distance, right? So these are the topics. After that, we'll be discussing something in linear equations. Linear equations again is important, right? Linear equation, okay. Then some other topics like basic geometry, basic geometry. And then in geometry also, right, obviously some basic properties of triangles, circles, quadrilaterals. Along with that, in geometry, 3D geometry also, that is mensuration. In mensuration, we'll be discussing cube, cuboid, right, basic properties of all of them. Okay, then after geometry, then we will discuss something in set theory, right, set theory. Now set theory, and one more thing is what? Permutation and combination, permutation and combination, and combination and probability, right? So these are broadly all the topics which we will be discussing in the classes. So what we can say, all the topics except these two topics, right? If I leave these two topics, all the topics are from the syllabus till class 10th standard, right? These two things, set theory and permutation combination, these two things were introduced in class 11th, right? So but definitely we'll be discussing those topics and these two topics from the very basic, right? So we will start from the scratch so that you can understand each and every concept properly, and then application of those concepts also in the question, right? Now after having given you this list of topics, now I would like to discuss some of the questions with you from actual CSAT paper 2022, right? Now we'll see some questions, and all the questions we right? Some of the questions are on basic numeracy, some of the question where we have to apply some logic, one or two question based on permutation combination, one question from percentages, right? So let's see the questions. Okay, likewise, this is the first question, right? Which number among us these four is the smallest, right? So we can see the powers are 2 to the power 40, 3 to the power 21, 4 to the power 18 and 8 to the power 12, right? So can I say these two numbers also I can convert in form of powers of 2. So 4 to the power 18 I can also write 2 to the power 36 because 4 is 2 square, then 2 into 18 is 36. 8 to the power 12, again 8 is 2 cube, this number is also 2 to the power 36, right? One number is 2 to the power 40 and another number is 3 to the power 21, right? Now these four numbers are there and we have to find which one is the smallest number. So smallest number out of that, obviously we can see, we can neglect 2 to the power 40 because this cannot be the smallest. So out of these three, right, which one would be the smallest? So either it would be 2 to the power 36 or 3 to the power 21. Now the smart way of looking at this question can be what? If 2 to the power 36 would be the answer, then there would be two options for me to give the answer, right? But in any of the question there is only one option I have to mark. So obviously can I say this cannot be the answer? My answer has to be what? 3 to the power 21, right? So this is the way smartly I can give my answer. Okay, another way to look at this, suppose the answers would be different than what we would do, right? Suppose I want to compare these two numbers, 3 to the power 21 and 2 to the power 36. Now if I see the powers, they are very large. Can I reduce the powers up to that number which are manageable, which I can calculate, right? So suppose this is 21 and 36. I can see both the numbers are multiple of 3. So can I write this number as 3 to the power 7 to the power 3 and this number as 2 to the power 12 to the power 3, right? Now if you see this number power 3 are same, then we can calculate what is 3 to the power 7 and what is 2 to the power 12, right? So 3 to the power 7, can I write this is 3 to the power 4, 3 to the power 5. Now 3 to the power 4 we all of us know 81, 3 to the power 5, 81 into 3, that is 243 and the remaining will be what? 3 square, that is 9. Now what is 2 to the power 10? 2 to the power 10 is 1024. Now this data we should remember, right? You may get help of this number in certain other questions also. So 2 to the power 10 we know is 1024. Then what is 2 to the power 11? That is 2048. And then 2 to the power 12, again twice of that, 4096. So this is 4096. Now again when you compare these two, right, obviously this, suppose if this would have been 300 also, then it will be 9 into 300, that is only 2700. So this number 4096 obviously is larger. So this 3 to the power 7 is smaller. So what I can say is smallest of all of them is 3 to the power 21, right? Okay, now let's see one or two more questions. Okay, this question which UPSC has given in CSAT 2022, where if I can apply some logic, I can find the answer easily. Okay, in this what he is saying, in a tournament of chess having 150 entrants, a player is eliminated whenever he loses a match, right? So obviously while playing chess there will be only two players, right? One player who is losing has to be eliminated. It is given that no match results in a tie or draw, right? How many matches are played? The entire tournament, right? Now the way to think about this question is, can I say in every match 2 players are there and 1 player is eliminated. So can I say in every match 1 player is eliminated, right? Now total 150 entrants are there and winner would be what? Only one. Winner has to be one only, means remaining 149 entrants, they have to go out of the tournament, right? So can I say for taking 149 out of the tournament, we need 149 matches. So because in every match one player will go out of the tournament. So how many players we have to take out of the tournament? 149, right? So 149 matches should be played. So answer to this question is option C, right? So these are certain questions where we can apply some logic and we can get the answer. So we'll be discussing those kind of questions in the classes also, right? Okay, let's see. Okay, here how many 3-digit natural numbers without repetition of digits are there such that each digit is odd and the number is divisible by 5, right? And how many 3-digit numbers? Okay, so we can think of this question, each digit is odd. How many digits do we have? Odd 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9, right? 3 digits are required to form the number and the number is divisible by 5. So we know that if a number is divisible by 5, the last digit or the unit digit of the number should be 5. So can I say on the last place there is only one possibility to fill, that is 5 has to come on the last place, right? Here I am writing down the possibilities of number. So 1. Okay, now 5 we have used. What he is saying, without repetition of digits, right? So 5 we have already used. Now how many digits now we can use is 4. So suppose on this position I fill any one of these 4 digits. So this place can be filled in 4 ways. This place can be filled in 4 ways. Now suppose out of 4, 1 digit I have kept here. Then what is number of remaining digits? That is 3. So this place can be filled in 3 ways. So if I see this total product, that is what? 12. So there are 12 numbers possible, right? According to the condition given in the question, right? So these kind of questions definitely will be discussing when we discuss the chapter permutation and combination. Then once you understand the basic things, then these questions become very easy for you, right? Okay, now this question is based on percentages and every year you will get one question based on percentage and direct based on percentage I can say one question, but maybe there are certain questions in which you will have application of the concept of percentages, right? Like here the increase in the price of a certain item was 25%, then the price was decreased by 20%, right? Then the price means after that the price was decreased by 20% and then again increased by 10%. What is the resultant increase in the price? This what we have to tell. So the increase in the price was 25%. So best way, since he is asking in terms of percentages, best way to solve this question is what? Let's take initial value as 100. So let's say initial value is 100. First of all, it is increased by 25%. So on 100, any of the percentage increase will be same as the number. So can I say now new number will become what? 125. And then the price means 125 is the price now is decreased by 20%. So now after that 125 is decreased by 20%. Now what is 20% of 125? Now 20% we can say is 1 by 5. So 1 by 5 of 125, that is 25, right? So here we have to reduce 25. So can I say 125 minus 25? Again we have got the price as 100. So can I say till that point there is no change overall. Now after that, then again it is increased by 10%. So again if I increase by 10%, so means I have to increase 10, then it will become what? 110. So resultant increase in the price, we can see that from 100 it is what? 110. So can I say resultant increase will be equal to 10%, right? So on percentages every year you get the questions, means if we understand all the things, then questions are very easy based on percentages, right? Now after that, okay, this question again based on some concept of permutation and combination, right? The letters A, B, C, D and E are arranged in such a way that there are exactly two letters between A and E. How many such arrangements are possible? So how many letters are there? 5. So we have to arrange 5 letters. 4, 5, right? And in such a way that there are exactly two letters between A and E, right? So suppose I place A here, right, and E here, such that there is a gap of 2 letters between A and E, right? Can there be any other combination wherein the difference between A and E will be of 2 places, right? Then second, it can be if A comes on second place and E comes on fourth place, right? In this way also, right, there will be 2 letters between A and E. So suppose I have fixed A and E here, right? These 2 letters I have fixed. This is one way, this is one way, right? Then how many letters are remaining after A and E? 3 letters are remaining. So this place any of the 3 can come. Then how many are remaining? 2. This place 2 may come and this place remaining 1 may come. So can I say number of ways will be what? 6, right? But again one more thing we have to observe, that he has said between A and E. He has not said that A will be the first and E will come after A, right? It means what? A and E can interchange their positions also. So if they interchange their positions, suppose E comes here and A comes here, again there will be 6 more ways. So can I say total number of ways will be 12 in the first case, right? Then in the second case also the situation is no different. Again we have to work like this. So in the second case also total number of ways will be 12. So in total there are 24 ways. In total there are 24 ways in which this kind of arrangement can be done, right? Okay, now let's see. Now this is an interesting question. Okay, now on one side of a 1.01 kilometer long road, 101 plants are planted at equal distance from each other. What is the total distance between 5 consecutive plants, right? So this is a road 1.01 kilometers. Since the answers are given in meters, so we can convert this in meters by multiplying this with 1000. So if I multiply it with 1000, then it is 1010 meters, right? 1010 meter long road, and 101 plants are planted at equal distance, right? So number of plants is 101. So if there are 101 plants, then how many gaps will be there between any 2 consecutive plants? That will be 100 gaps, right? Suppose if there are 3 plants, right? Number of plants is what? 3. Number of plants is 3. Then number of gaps will be what? 2, because this is the gap which can be the distance. Gap is the distance, right? So can I say 3 plants, gaps will be 2. If there are 4 plants, then gaps will be 3. If there are 5 plants, then how many gaps will be there? 4 gaps, right? So can I say number of gaps will be 1 less than number of plants always, right? So 101 plants are there. So can I say there will be 100 gaps, right? So can I find the length of one gap? Can we find the length or distance of one gap? Means what I will get, at what distance any two plants are planted. So if I divide it by 100, then what I will get, 10.1 meter. So 10.1 meter is the distance between, this is the distance between any two plants, right? Okay, now what he has asked, what is the total distance between 5 consecutive plants? So we can consider this case, these are 5 consecutive plants. So how many gaps are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So if this total 4 I add, that will be the total distance between 5 consecutive plants. So how many gaps are there? 4, right? So this distance will be what? 10.1 into 4, that is 40.4 meters, right? So answer is 40.4 meter, right? So this question was again based on basic numeracy, right? And this was a good question because in most of the time we get confused that 101 I will divide by 101, which is number of plants, right? In that case we are not getting anything, right? Once I divide it by distances, we have to find distance, so I have to divide by 100 distances, then I can get distance between any two plants, right? Okay, let's see one more. Now this is a question here in which 15 into 14 into 13 into 12, 11, 10 like this till 1, that is written as 3 to the power m into n, right? Where m and n are positive integers. Then what is the maximum value of m? So we have to find maximum value of this m, maximum. So can I say, it means what? We have to find what is the maximum power of 3 I can take out of this particular expression, right? How many powers of 3 I can take out of this particular expression? So we can see where 3 will come. So definitely on the multiples of 3. So how many multiples of 3 are there? In 15, if I write in 3, then in 6, then in 9, then in 12, then in 15. So 15 if I divide by 3, I can say 5. So 5 times 3 definitely I will be getting, right? But in between there is a number 9 also would be written. 9 is what? 3 square. So in 9 I will be getting 2 3s. So 1 3 I have counted here. In 9 the second power of 3 also we need to count, right? So plus one more 3. So total number of 3s I will be getting 6. So meaning of this question is clear. How many 3s we can take out of this expression? So here answer is second option, 6. Okay, this is again based on basic numeracy, and again one of the interesting questions this time UPSC has given, right? And if you see year by year, the difficulty level of CSAT exam is increasing, right? Last year in 2022 the paper was really good, right? Some of the questions were of moderate difficulty level, definitely, right? And some of the questions were tricky also, like this one. Okay, here he has asked sum of 3 consecutive integers is equal to their product. How many such possibilities are there? Okay, so in general what do we know, that there is one possibility, that is 1, 2 and 3, right? I can say 1, 2 and 3, these 3 numbers, right? Their sum and product is equal, right? We can see 1 plus 2 plus 3, that is equal to 1 into 2 into 3, that is 6, that is 6 also, right? But here what he has asked, 3 consecutive integers, right? Because this is the possibility only when the numbers are natural numbers, then only one possibility. But here the important word is what? Integers. There may be other possibilities also, right? Let me tell you what other possibilities can be. One can be -1, 0, 1. All the three are consecutive integers, but their sum is 0, their product is also 0. Then one more possibility, -3, -2, -1. So if you see, sum of the three numbers is -6 and product of three numbers will be also -6, right? So in total there will be three possibilities, right? Okay, so this was again a tricky question. So in UPSC CSAT exam, particularly when we see quantitative aptitude or any other part, the language plays very important role, right? So if you read the language well, you understand the question well, then only you can solve, right? So you must have seen in all those questions which I have discussed, right? There was particularly no formula used, right? All the questions can be done easily without formulae, but proper understanding of the concepts is necessary, right? So I hope if we join the classes, definitely we'll be learning all the concepts, some logic, some shortcut in the classes, right? So I'll end my session over here, and I wish to see you all in the classes, right? Thank you very much.